As talks continue around the state about how and when to safely get kids back in school, teachers are pushing back on that idea.
In fact, one group says it wants 0 new COVID cases for 14 days before anyone goes back to class. Fox 12's Simon Gutierrez is live in Northeast Portland with some of their biggest concerns. Simon.
Well, the biggest contention right now is that there are too many new cases of COVID-19 to safely reopen schools for in-person learning, even as leaders around the state look to continue down that road.
In a morning webinar, education leaders discussed with the director of the Oregon Health Authority the ins and outs of getting kids back in classrooms.
The learning loss that we're facing during this time is concerning. The number one priority is to safely reopen schools as soon as possible.
But those efforts come as cases of COVID-19 in Oregon are surging, with now more than 15,000 in the state. According to the Oregon Health Authority, 13% of those cases are in people under the age of 19.
We're not broadly going out trying to test kids, and so it's likely that the percentage of cases in that population are in fact higher than the percentage that you see here.
On Wednesday, the state's lead epidemiologist revealed new data suggests kids over the age of 10 spread the virus as easily as adults. That and the current high case count have teachers around the state pushing back on plans to open schools.
The specific demand is 14 days of no new cases in a county before schools open for in-person instruction.
Ian Maurer is a math teacher at Cleveland High School and a member of a Facebook group called Oregon for a Safe Return to Campus, made up of more than 10,000 Oregon educators, school staff, parents, and students. He says he and other teachers think it's too risky to open schools right now.
In my building and in a lot of other buildings across the state, we have faulty ventilation. We have rooms that aren't cleaned properly. And it's not the custodian's fault. It's that there's not enough custodians. It's not maintenance's fault. It's that there's not enough funding to put in a new HVAC system.
The Oregon Health Authority is working to identify specific metrics that will determine statistical benchmarks for safely reopening schools. Maurer says he and many other teachers think the best approach is an abundance of caution.
But I just believe strongly that we can't gamble with children's lives, and we can't gamble with the lives of educators and then the families who we all go back to.
The Oregon Department of Education updated its guidance for school districts yesterday, adding mandatory mask wearing for students aged 5 and up. The agency will be updating its guidance later this summer. Reporting live in Northeast Portland, Simon Gutierrez, Fox 12 Oregon.